Well, it seems like we've not missed him, or have we? Can't tell. Whenever he's on the pitch, it's almost like he can score any moment, or whenever he's not on the pitch, City don't even miss him, right? And welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga. I'm talking about the one and only, look who's back, Erling Haaland. Who's on the score sheet? Erling Haaland. Well, City were without their top scorer, Haaland, against the game in Liverpool, but it almost seemed that it didn't matter to them, right? Because City still kind of won that game comfortably, I would say. I don't think there was any sweat or there was any issues with that. They just scored as many goals as they would, but then maybe they would have scored more if they had Haaland with them, in someone's opinion. But then the game kind of yeah, they didn't miss the Norwegian striker against Liverpool, I would say. But because Alvarez was doing the job. But he's back fit, and who's back? Erling Haaland is back. He was starting the game against Southampton, and Alvarez goes to the bench. That was the only change that he could make. Science boss Ruben Seles made 4 changes after the side was defeated by West Ham in the midweek. Maitland-Niles, Bella Kochap coming in for Carr, Perud at the back, and Armstrong and Mara also dropped to the bench, and Alcaraz and Sulemana joining the attacking midfield, a 3 playing behind Walcott up front. Well, when you have such a squad, and then you have Erling Haaland coming back after an injury, after his rest, as everybody said, there's supposed to be goals galore, right? And that was the case. But I would say there was one more man in that City lineup who was kind of on fire, and that man was Jack Grealish. He has found form, and he has found his feet in that team right at the time when they need him to. Cutting from the left side, just kind of going inside. He's a menace right now to deal with for defenders. The way he plays. City round off another routine victory with a 3-goal haul in the second half. Grealish early finish coming at the second attempt after Bazunu save double their first half advantage before the Englishman turned provider for Erling Haaland's second goal, scored via an outstanding acrobatic volley. Like, I don't know how he scores those, by the way. First of all, Haaland was like menacing whenever the ball was in the air. He just went for the header. Like there were a couple of occasions where I was like, it's fine, you can just get a corner, and then maybe you could get a score from the corner. But they were like, nope, maybe it could be a goal. Maybe let me go for that. Let me head the ball in. Let me try. And that's what he does. Like he's just kind of menacing the way he kind of plays, and he almost is like so difficult to mark and so difficult to kind of track back in some sense, right? He's just amazing to watch. He's just amazing to kind of look at. There were a couple of moments, as the first goal, of course, coming from a beautiful kind of an assist, I would say, from Mr. Kevin De Bruyne, who has 100 assists now in the Premier League for Manchester City, and he just scored beautifully. The ball coming in, it just headed back in, like from the center. The second goal was even more beautiful. Jack Grealish scoring himself. But then after in the second half, it was like it was Mara kind of Southampton replied back with a cool finish for Southampton, and City got a penalty, like already, and it would be interesting. Like Haaland had scored 2, and like almost I think 5 minutes after his substitute, City got a penalty. I think Haaland would have been thinking it could have been him, and he could have scored another hat trick. But then Alvarez comes up and beautiful score towards the goal. Beautiful dispatching to the 4th goal. And City winning 1-4, dominant, relentless, and free scoring City. And they close on Arsenal's lead at the top to 5 points. Arsenal will play tomorrow against Liverpool. And that's the game. I think the pressure is on. City just kind of doing the business at their end. They're not stopping. They're scoring goals. Jack Grealish was the constant threat down the left edge for City, scoring their second goal and setting up the third within 10 minutes of each other. All 3 of the England playmakers shot were on target, while he also created 2 big chances, including the assist from the 26 final third passes. Grealish engaged in 11 duels, including 3 dribbles, twice won possession, via tackle and interception. After a mixed first season in Eastlands, he's finally arrived at Pep Guardiola's side in 2022-23 and is playing a crucial role as they chase down Arsenal in the Premier League summit. A 4-1 defeat leaves Southampton firmly in the mire. They're rock bottom. They're the bottom team in the Premier League, and 4 points from safety, and their goal difference also taking a negative hit in this game. It's going to take something very special for them to escape from here. But with a logium of teams separated by a few points above them, anything is possible, because it's the relegation battle is so tight. Anything can really happen. If Southampton win a couple of games and Leicester loses more, Bournemouth loses more, Wolves or anybody loses more, Everton in that sense, and it could be anyone's kind of relegation battle there. City, on the other hand, have 9 games left in their pursuit of the 3rd consecutive Premier League season, and their performances are ruthless, as the one that we have seen at St. Mary's, and given them every chance of chasing Arsenal to achieve it. It's anyone's game right now. Southampton are dead bottom, as I said. They're 23 points. Manchester City 67 points, 5 points behind Arsenal, who play tomorrow against Liverpool. Dominant performance. Pep Guardiola getting the job done, as always he does. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Erling Haaland. Of course, City have Bayern Munich now next for the Champions League. But then I think the focus would be both. And I think our Haaland will be key. And he's hungry. He looks hungry for goals. I think it'd be very exciting to watch him against the former teammate, maybe, of João Cancelo. Let's see how this goes in Bayern Munich as well. But then City on the currently are doing well, and they're flying high against kind of Southampton. Thumping win for Manchester City. Haaland scoring 2 beautiful goals, I would say. Let me in the comment section below, what do you think of the game? Do like this video, do share, and do subscribe, and send it to your City friends. Let them enjoy the moment, like who's back, and the game, the way it panned out. For all the Southampton fans, dire straits, but let's see how this goes. Catch you in the next one.